broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, AfterBuzzers, and welcome to another after show for Manzo'd With Children here at AfterBuzz TV. I'm your host, Grant Rutter, Grants__Rants on Twitter, and my friends are here to discuss everything Manzo'd.
Hi guys, it's Megan Stecher, and you can tweet me at Megan Stecher. It's MEGANSTECHER.
Fern Ronay here. You can find me at Fern Ronay, FERNRONAY.
Yes, I love the spelling. I'm glad we have to clarify it. Let's do it. Let's talk about this episode, which continues to be in the vein of this upcoming wedding and Caroline being an overbearing mother. The episode title is Introducing Bridezilla, and we've seen a little bit of Bridezilla-ish behavior, but now it's really kind of turning up. What do you think of Lauren's behavior in this episode?
I find no fault with it.
I find nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
Really? Oh, well, you're going to get a different perspective from me in a minute.
To me, this episode was like, what did I miss? Is how I felt at the end of it. Because there was a lot of Caroline raising her voice at Lauren, and I was like, but what did Lauren even do?
I know.
And did I miss the initial part of the argument?
It's like Caroline's the one who's stressed about her daughter getting married and all of the logistics, and she's screaming at her, and Lauren's the bride, who's probably 10 times more, she's stressed too. Like that she didn't strangle her mom. She should get a gold star.
Well, Caroline opened up the episode with having to remind her that she's no longer going to be a Manzo and that things are going to change. This is like a big deal.
Terrible. Like, who cares? So your name changes. As long as you're marrying the right guy.
Yeah,
She's going from 2 consonants to 3, which is a big deal, apparently.
Yeah. And Caroline's taking this so seriously, and what was her face? Lauren's kind of like, okay, yeah, all right. And then she doesn't give a damn. She had a new cell phone. She called up her father in because she got a new phone. So she's like, I guess maybe she realizes she's on borrowed time, so she's getting those big purchases in.
Exactly, and Caroline should be yelling at her husband to cut the credit card. Hello?
Right, exactly.
Right. Yeah, that was a point of contention for Caroline. It was like, oh, well, she's got this card and she doesn't pay for her own gas. And even she admitted she never has paid for her own gas. Like, well, that's a very easy fix. I'm not a parent, but, then just do away with the card, perhaps.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, it's probably a deeper issue, which they shaded a little bit for us, but, Al is not, that into giving it all up yet.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the one
he
that keeps
enjoys
it going.
The only one having a problem with all this is Caroline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Caroline said something like, don't ask your father, you got to ask your husband now. And I was like, wait, did she really just say, or you could pay for it yourself like an adult? Which is
She owns her own business. Like, let's get
Thank
real.
you, yeah.
1950s again.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I liked the moment. I'll give a little cheers to a little moment where they were talking about money spending and things like that. And then Lauren pointed out that Caroline was wearing a $300 shirt, and she's like, well, yeah, but I didn't ask my dad for it. And I kind of liked that moment. It was real.
Yeah.
It was real.
It was cute.
She keeps saying she's preparing her to be a wife. She's preparing her to be an adult. Not
That's
what?
true.
What is she gonna mop the floors and? Not that there's anything wrong with mopping the floors, but not that I do it. But
I do it.
I do it.
I do it not well.
Is Lauren that incapable as Caroline wants us to believe? I mean, she's like, she doesn't even think that she can clean up the dishes in the kitchen.
Right.
Well, if there's any question of whose financial responsibility is who is at, or whatever form of that word I'm supposed to be using correctly, who should be paying for things, that was probably Caroline and Al's fault, that if they're having a problem with her still using a credit card they gave to her that they pay, then that's their own fault. And it doesn't
Yes.
need to be a screaming match. Like, because whatever edited version we're seeing, it's only Caroline screaming at Lauren, and Lauren's very calm. Like, okay, big deal. So it just seems to me they're making a lot out of something that's not that big of a deal, and it's their own parenting that's the problem here.
Yeah, it seems a little produced, like a little storyline.
I agree. It's turned up from the normal. Like, they want to sell this outrageous chaos of you know raising these adult children. It's like, okay, we get it. We're there. We see it. So Caroline made a big dramatic statement that she's not a slave to the kids and that the kitchen was a mess. And then we saw this little montage of them kind of cleaning up the house, which is cute. What did you think?
Adorable. It's the only time we really saw. We didn't. Chris is my favorite, and he makes me laugh, and I love him, and I want to see more and more of him. And we barely saw any of him, but I'm glad we got him washing the counter with a dish glove.
Well, I was watching the show, and my boyfriend was sitting on the couch next to me, and Chris had him rolling. I don't know what Chris said or did. I can't remember. Something about, like, pushing the girl out of the car or something like that. But, okay, so the most honest moment, because I did feel like this episode in particular was extremely produced to me. The most honest part of the episode was, I felt, when Caroline was screaming at all the kids individually in the kitchen during that cleaning fight in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because she pointed out each of their issues at the moment.
Right.
And she seemed genuinely upset at the moment. It could have all been drummed up, doing a great acting job there, Caroline, or it was completely legit. And she pointed out, Chris, until you have your own damn car, Lauren, until you're standing on your own 2 feet, and Albie, till you know what you're doing with your life, then don't say anything. So I really enjoyed that she gave it to each of the kids in that moment.
Yeah. They were picking on her.
Yeah.
Just
And
a
I would
little
have
bit.
said, shut your mouth. I'm your mother. Get out and make your own dinner tonight. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was really worked up.
She wasn't. When she went to the racket club with her husband, she was really pissed.
Yeah.
Like, she let that ruin her day. She was all over the place. What did you think of that moment? I feel like we haven't seen them interact lately on the show too much.
I thought him telling her that she's mad because her world is changing was a good, it was good from someone that can say that to her and get away with it, to say that to her. And I just a side note, I looked up where the tennis club was, because I know sometimes they go very far to tape things for Bravo shows that aren't in the neighborhood they're supposed to be from. It was only 7 to 8 miles away from this town center of Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. So this definitely must be the neighborhood racket club. So
Right, yeah.
it was legit.
Well, isn't Wayne next to Franklin Lakes?
Yes.
I know that
yeah.
my mom works in Wayne, and my mall is in Wayne. Say hi, Willowbrook Mall. Say hi to me on Twitter if you watch.
Cute.
Yeah, that's cute. Let's
Yeah,
talk.
so it's not far.
Let's talk about this this diner date that they had. Brittany and Albie went to this diner, and I looked into it, and that's the same diner that Danielle Staub graced us with her presence. But
With the gangster guy?
The
that she
gangster
was
guy.
like filling him in on everything, trying to get him to
yeah, and
intimidate people?
And
I don't know that diner.
I think that's where my girl, Kim G, let Danielle know that she's an effing liar. Do you remember that? There's like a gif. There's a
can't
gif where she like
remember.
throws a napkin at her. You're an effing liar. And it's just like, it's like
Is it the
just
one
a
where,
gif.
where they like got into a fight, and then she went outside and she said she had a square he called her like square boobs or something.
I think. Yeah, something like that.
That restaurant
they
is
were at
Portobello, I think.
I thought they were at a restaurant on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one might not be it.
Okay.
But there
Must
was
have been another
there was I
fight.
mean there definitely was that gangster scene it was like
Okay.
way back when, like I think the end of season 1, beginning of 2. God, my friend Noah would know this if he was here. He would know. But
And
yes.
she was like wanting him to be her muscle at the upcoming charity event at the Brownstone.
Yeah.
Okay. That was such a delicious moment.
Yes. this diner is so tacky. This license plate. It was. I mean, really.
Yes, but it's very easy to get a license for filming, apparently.
I guess so. Yeah, but I mean, you know, he's reconnecting with her, and he's even calling it a date because they're getting food. Don't ever take me to a diner for a date.
I'm confused.
I'm serious too. Like I'm real. Like that's not my like. Denny's.
Pretty cheesy.
That is not my scene. Like I can't be bothered. I don't enjoy it.
Here is the thing I have a question about for both of you. was he trying to not make it into a date? Was he kind of wanting to be like, I want to have a chat, not a date? Or was he teasing her?
I think he wasn't sure how, I got the impression that he wasn't sure how he felt about her, if he was going to really go forward with it, because he knew his family felt about her. So he was kind of hesitant, I think. I don't know if he would, I don't know.
Do you ever get the impression that this girl might be a plant for a story?
All last season, I'm like, she's so obviously cast in this role.
So it's hard for me to like analyze their relationship and their chemistry and where they want to take things if it's produced, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to like get in their heads, you know?
Right, exactly.
I mean, she's a stunning chick. I mean,
But
you
she's
know, they would
gorgeous.
make a nice couple, but I don't know if it's real.
And I don't know if Albie really teases, like, he doesn't tease much. He's not a ball buster
Chris
like
is the funny one.
So she offered to be she misunderstood him. She offered to be his roommate, which is a cute
Oh,
moment.
and I was like, he's got roommates? I thought, like, he lives at home.
Yeah, that's mom and dad.
Confusing. Very
Yeah.
confusing. Well, so they left it as, or Albie kept explaining in his interview, like, we've both grown up. I'm so different now. Like, okay. Maybe that's what he thinks.
She agreed to come over to the house, which I thought was going to happen like right away because like the show does move kind of quick, but we're going to have to wait to see that one.
And I love how Chris was like, he thinks that she really loves him. I'm like, were you fed that line because it goes with the story that now you'll embrace her? Because it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem like it last year.
What was the tension Brittany had with Caroline other than not calling her Mrs. Manzo?
Which every time I see that, I cringe. I'm like, oh my God, that's so awkward.
I would hate when my friends' parents would say that. Because it's like, I don't know, I just always refer to people by their first names. And it was I never did it as a sign of disrespect. It was just me being me.
Oh, you called them by their first name?
Oh, yeah.
I still
Really?
do.
You still do? That's so nice of you. I guess I'm just a jerk.
I'm uncomfortable that she thought she was so in already that she could say, hi, Mom. Like, who do you think you are?
That is
It was
embarrassing.
embarrassing
For her, yeah.
I one time ran into my friends a few years ago, my friend's mom, who I hadn't seen since I was like, I don't know, 10. And I was like, hi, Mrs. Wallace. And then it struck me that she had gotten divorced, this big messy divorce. And I go, or, hi, hi. And she goes, I am what I am. How are you doing, man? And I was like, okay, what do I call you? It was just awkward.
Yeah.
Like, what do I call you?
That's nice because your intentions were in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shade.
No shade.
That's cute. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen with those two. Caroline's still not interested.
Not a fan.
Her and Lauren, I keep forgetting this girl's name.
Bridezilla.
Yes, they both kind of gave Albie the side eye when he was mentioning it, but the way they kept go back and rewatch because the way they kept cutting the scene, like Albie had a little bit of a smirk on his face, and then we saw less and less of him. So I was wondering if he was just having a funny time, having this moment,
right?
Releasing this this secret date he had information.
But then it ends with him being like, she can help out of your shower. If this were real, if it were like real and not produced, I would have been like, your girlfriend who I didn't like before and probably still don't like, it's not coming about your bridal shower, you idiot.
Right.
Yeah.
Lauren just like walked down and was like, she should come to the bridal shower. I'm off to work with my fake hair and my purse.
I mean, if this girl, as we're led to believe it, there's been some time that has passed, why would he be inviting her to the shower?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be a stretch to invite her as a date to the wedding. Never mind to come to your sister's
Seriously.
shower. I mean, I guess if there's 110 people in Caroline's house, what's one more skinny bitch? But I don't know.
With brown hair.
Again, I think she's a gorgeous girl.
my
I'm not
God,
making
she's
fun of her.
gorgeous.
But yeah, I mean, why the hell not have her, I guess? Who knows? Let's talk about, what else do you want to talk about in this episode?
The parents went on a date night. That was cute.
Oh, yes.
Oh, what was your beat? Tell.
Well, my beef is with Lauren's behavior in general. I just feel like she's always we saw flashbacks. We saw these moments where she was talking about the Chanel dress that she was going to get in and all this, and her relationship with her father and how he's still, very much there for her, which I think is a great thing. But I don't know, I feel like this girl's kind of like a little bit of still a brat. Do you get that feeling? Like, I just really can't, connect with her at all.
Oh, I feel
Can't relate.
like there's been a lot of growing up on her part, especially since she had like a gastric bypass surgery. She was very unhappy for a long time, I think. And there was a lot of like, let's throw things at Lauren to try to make her happy. Once she finally became a businesswoman, she got the gastric bypass surgery and was like feeling great about herself. I see a maturity in her. And I think Caroline still sees her as a previous version of herself, which is a lot of the like overbearing mom stuff is coming from that.
I don't know. I mean, her behavior at the beauty shop was like lousy to me. I don't think you should be like swearing and cussing and using the F word at your parents. I just don't think that's a good look for anybody.
I was kind of on her side. I can't handle Caroline. If Caroline was my mother, forget it. My hair would be falling out from stress. I'd be like, get the F out.
I don't know. I just,
like right before the wedding, right before the shower, I'd be like, do not stress me out.
Yeah, I mean, you're like so on edge, right? It's like so much stress.
Oh my God. And yeah, and she's like screaming at her about, I taught you to do your laundry. Like, it's ridiculous things.
Yeah.
Like, shut the hell up and leave me alone.
I don't know. I just, Lauren and I have never, I've never really connected with her on the show. And I've always found her to be, kind of have a problem with everything, in my opinion. That's how I view her. It's like there's always something wrong. And,
They're always a little mean to her, too. Like, they always say she's stupid.
That made me laugh. That made me laugh, though. I will say, she made me laugh.
I think having two brothers is very tough. I only have ever had sisters, but growing up, all my friends had brothers, only brothers. And they would beat up my friends. And, like, I just think it's really tough growing up with brothers.
Yeah.
And that's why they pick on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't relate to any of that. So maybe that's why I feel this
sister,
way.
right?
Yeah, that's why I feel this way. But I don't know. The thing with the credit card really even pissed me off even further because I'm like, really, this girl's like this sheltered and this, taken care of at her age. It was just, it irritated me. That's how I feel about her.
I can see that.
Yeah. So all right, let's move on to the date.
Yeah, the parents went on a date night, and she said, "Lauren's spending all your money." And then Caroline was like, "Vito owns a deli. He works 7 days a week. You should have to struggle." Which I'm like, I don't agree with that. They shouldn't have to struggle. Like maybe she's trying to say they should learn to sacrifice, but just because you did that, you experienced all of that. It could be different for them. You never know.
Yeah.
She's a little negative in this episode.
Mm-hmm. And this all feels a little phony to me, too, because, like, it feels like Caroline and Al probably throw money at the kids whenever they need it for the betterment of their lives. And that Lauren owns her own business, which is, I'm sure, making a profit. And, Vito's got a family business.
Right.
And maybe his parents would be willing to help if they need, anything important. Other than that, get on the budget of... based on what you're both making, and there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a good set of circumstances in their favor.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
And she's screaming at her to be, about all of these changes, but then they want that, in the last episode, they want them to live at home with them.
Right.
So which is it?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's true. Which is it?
Maybe this is why Caroline wants her at home. It's like a slow adjustment to not having Daddy's credit card.
Right.
Oh, man.
She's going to sneak in her room at night and cut it up.
I found it funny that Caroline got the Yankee Gorgonzola. That's what she ordered. And I was like thinking back to all the times I used to order that and how heavy it is. And I would get the worst stomach aches for like 2 days after eating it. I'm like, how's she going to go home and just be like, hey, Al, come to bed?
What is that? What is the dish?
Yankee Gorgonzola.
Oh, okay. So it's like...
So it's
Gnocchi.
like blue cheese cream sauce on top of the potato dumpling pasta.
Ooh, that is heavy.
It's so good, but so heavy. I used to, this guy I dated back in the day when The Sopranos was on, we would order 2 different things and share it.
Aww.
And that was one of the ones we would always get, and I'd have such a stomachache after.
That's a cute ritual. You used to do that on Sopranos.
Yeah, red wine. I'm not Italian
nice.
at all, but I felt a little Italian.
Honorary.
All right, let's do some news and gossip. Let's hear what's going on in the world of Housewives. Why not? All right, Megan, what do you have?
Oh, no, it's Fern's name.
Oh, Fern.
Well, according to Radar Online, there has been reports from a certain unnamed source that Joe Giudice curses and yells at his daughters. Surprise! Is anyone shocked by that?
No.
And why is this news? It's just the source said that he, curses and yells at his daughters, and then the source sort of defended him and said it's just the way he speaks, but they've been crying about because of it. These poor girls. And then the source went on that on one recent occasion, Joe swore and cursed like a crazy person when their younger daughter Audriana was taking a bath and the water overflowed. It came through the kitchen light fixtures below, and he thought Gia was watching her, and he went into like a crazy fit. But if you're Teresa reading this on Radar Online, if you get access to the internet from Gia, wouldn't you be like, who's watching my child while she takes a bath and make sure she doesn't drown? Like,
yeah.
Or, I mean, Teresa's not perfect, but that's got to be hard.
Yeah, she's a mom,
Right, exactly. So, yeah, that was actually reported in the news. And then another Housewives-related tidbit, Kim Richards, who we love from Beverly Hills, her lawyer was in court today working out a plea deal from her April arrest when she was arrested at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Apparently, she's getting 3 years probation, 52 AA classes, 30 days of community labor, and she has to stay away from the Beverly Hills Hotel. I keep saying Hilton, the Beverly Hills Hotel. But her attorney wants her to get community service, not community labor, because she has a foot injury.
From kicking that police officer, maybe?
Yeah.
Who knows? But she has until September 14th to show the medical documents of her injury to avoid community labor.
Grown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about someone who's been engaged 19 times.
Prostitution.
Now she's been engaged 20. Congratulations, Danielle. You found another man.
Way to round it out.
20 engagements. This guy, he said, he thinks she's a great mother, she's going to be a great wife. He loves her, so here we go again.
Who is
20
this
is a
guy?
charm.
Do we
Yeah,
know
who is
anything
he?
about him?
I don't know anything about him. It was pretty limited.
How long they've been dating?
No, but apparently apparently she was spotted wearing a ring or something. She changed her here's what it is. She changed her Facebook status to engaged around the 16th of August. And then now they've done some digging and there's a photo of the guy. I don't know his name off the top of my head. I want to say his name is Michael something, but it's out there. So Danielle,
This is
I'm gonna have to do
I gotta keep Danielle alive.
I know.
I gotta keep her going.
Maybe she's
her.
making a play to get back on the show as a housewife.
Yeah.
She's trying to get herself back in the news.
She's going to have a Bravo wedding.
She's gonna not have a wedding. She's obviously not gonna get married. Come on. How many times did she get married out of 20 engagements? So far, only one.
I would love to see it. I mean, please, this woman is still very popular online. I mean, this girl has a legit following in the comments below that where people still love her. Now, she's been off the show for years. Why is this woman not on my TV set? I know there's a lot of difficulty there with having her on. Certain people would not shoot with her, but a lot of those people are gone now. So
That's true.
come on.
Grant loves
that's
a
true.
polarizing character. He loves it.
I do. I need her. My God. I mean, we have just, those. I won't talk about the twins. I won't go there. But they're no replacement for Danielle
For a
Staub.
good Danielle Staub. I wonder how her daughters were. They were so normal for their crazy mom.
I know. The stuff
didn't
those
fit.
girls watch. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
We gotta get
Let's
Grant
lobby
a
for it.
casting job with Bravo.
Yes.
We gotta get him in there.
Do what you gotta do.
Nancy Cohen, give us a call. Grants __ Rants on Twitter.
It won't even take that much work. Just get Danielle to come back on the show. And
That would be
She
a phone call.
I know. I could do some serious consulting work for New Jersey, though. My God, that show needs so much work. But let's look forward at this rest of Manzo'd With Children and
Can we
predict.
do prediction? Okay.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I'll go first.
Yes.
Okay. Next week looks as produced to me as this week did, unfortunately. It looks like they're bringing Brittany into the shower and she's supposed to help and she drops and breaks something. But Caroline wants us to be so nice and immaculate and amazing. I don't know. We'll see. And very interested to know what the giant box in the driveway is.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm assuming it's kind of a gag gift because Chris says something to the effect of, I hope she doesn't kick my ass or something.
Yes.
I'm sure it's a silly gag gift that won't be that big of a deal.
If Chris is involved, it'll be funny.
He was cracking me up walking with the trumpet. Is that what it was?
Yes.
He just walking in the backyard playing the trumpet.
But I wish we could just see a nice bridal shower episode without the produced drama because that is what as fans want to see. Fans just want to see how their actual life went down. How the flowers look. What did they eat? Was Lauren crying? What were her get? You know what I mean? Like, that's what we want to see.
The moss-covered edifices are on the table.
Spray-painted terracotta pots with the hot glue and the moss. I saw the hot glue going for next year.
I don't know what to predict, but I'm actually excited for when Brittany breaks the glass. It'll be so awkward yet again.
Well, I predict that someone is in that box. It seems like there's a person in there. So I don't know.
Maybe an ex-boyfriend. And she's like,
that would be awful. Let's do it.
And she's like in a wedding dress. Did you notice? That
Yes.
in a wedding
What
dress?
was that? Did they come from taking some photos somewhere?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I was confused too. And I was like, wait, is this like a look forward? And then I went back and rewatched it. And she is in some like poofy dress. I think
Vito
to go with
right
the theme.
behind her, dressed up? I thought it looked like Vito was right behind her and he was also dressed up.
I thought so. I thought the same thing.
It was like, get Lauren out of the house, go do something that'll take hours. And then when she comes back, like, surprise. Like, I don't know.
She was getting a fitting.
I don't think
her
she's
leave
wearing
in her
her actual
wedding
wedding dress, though.
No.
Melissa Gorgo, we saw her walking in a
Yes.
short mini dress.
Oh, did you love how Jacqueline had
so
no
amazing.
lines? She was like, barely.
Yeah.
That was such a drive-by.
Strange.
Yeah.
Another drive-by.
Well, I'm glad to see them. I feel like it spices it up.
Can we get Kathy's house already? Why isn't the shower at Kathy's new house?
Yes, go
Yeah, that would
point.
be like an easy look, here we go again. Have Caroline go over, check out the house, and then just complain about American Express charges. I mean, there you go. Done.
Easy.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna look forward to that, and that'll be more next week. I won't be here next week, but these two lovely hosts of mine will be leading the charge with the discussion.
Yes,
So,
and I will
yes.
be fresh back from Jersey.
Oh yeah.
I'll be reeking of garlic and onions and ready to talk about all
Ready
things
to
in
dish.
Jersey.
See if you can find out any gossip from the locals about what's
Yeah.
going on out there.
I'll do my best.
Yeah. Are you anywhere near cafes at all?
Well, I went with my. I went 2 years ago. The blog post is on my Facebook page. Check it out. And it's like it's not. I mean, it's not close to my parents, but it's not far. Yeah, we went after a baby shower in Wayne.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah,
Right around the corner.
yeah.
all this local Jersey
Yeah.
stuff.
And my high school reunion was at the Brownstone, which is that blog post is also on my Facebook page.
Check it out,
Check it
people.
out. Albie Manzo'd. Big Al was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, where can we check out these articles? Where can we find you?
You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Fern Ronay, FERNRONAY.
And you guys can keep up with me and let's chat on Twitter this week. I am on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. It's all at Megan Stecher, MEGANSTECHER.
And you guys can find me on Twitter at Grants__Rants. And also you can check me out on my new podcast, Grants Rants Hollywood Talk. You'll hear some familiar voices from around here at AfterBuzz and a few new others. First 4 episodes are up, so check it out. Please support. I appreciate it so much. That'll do it for us from Manzo'd With Children.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.